I heard that you use a bass amp too, since you don't have a bass guitar.
I do.
So can
Yeah,
you kind of explain like what you're doing with that? With the
Well, it's pretty basic. It was just trying to get a fuller sound and playing with some different pedals and stuff. So all I did was hook them together with kind of, I think they're called like an ABY switch,
Mhm.
and makes it to where you can go back and forth. You can play them both together. You can mute them both, and just kind of simplifies it. And then I could focus on my guitar amp, focusing it strictly on the highs, and the bass amp strictly on the lows. As well, I just found like a much fuller sound, and at times with certain pedals, when you kind of take out all the highs, it can sound like there is a bass player.
Hmm.
But just I think really just to be fuller, and now I really would be tough to play without it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I've never seen anybody else do that. Even in like, I don't know, maybe Jack White or something. I don't know what he does. I think he just
I
uses an
think he
octave or
does.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say he made and possibly Dan Arbach as well. I'm not sure about their rig setups, but I would imagine they're doing something similar.
Yeah, that's cool. One of the reasons, kind of why I have this whole, I have a YouTube channel and a studio here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm a gear nut. Like that's, I love new guitars and pedals and all that
Sure.
stuff. Y'all had a very interesting rig. Even your, I guess that's a Den Electro guitar you use, the main one.
Yes,
And is that a kill switch you got built
it
into it?
is. Unfortunately, it hasn't been working for a little while. It started affecting my tone,
Yeah.
so I got to get a wizard to help me out a little bit. But yeah, I put that in a few years back to when I started playing with octave pedals.
Mm-hmm.
So when I would get the really high octaves, it would start cutting it in and out with the kill switch. I don't know, it just almost felt like you were like scratching records, like a DJ
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. It's just fun idea. And I think I got that from Luther Dickinson had a Flying V that I saw him play at Bonnaroo, and he was doing something similar, and I think I got obsessed.
Yeah.
And years later, I was able to have a buddy help me. I think it was a doorbell that we put on there,
Wow.
actually. Yeah.
I didn't think figured it would have to be an actual made for that, but I
No,
guess it's
no,
just as
man.
long as it's a on and off
Right.
switch.
I think we bought the parts at a Walmart or
That's pretty crazy.
something.
What makes you want to play I mean, I'm sure there's the reason is because it's a good guitar, but why, like, what about that guitar specifically is?
I never really had a thing for those guitars specifically, but I happened to be in New Orleans Music Exchange years ago
Mm-hmm.
and saw it, and it was a really great price. Didn't buy it that day, and really just kind of couldn't sleep that night, and went back and bought it like first thing the next morning. And
I
it's
feel
been
you on
really the
that.
only electric I've played ever since.
Yeah, that's good. With a guitar that you can't sleep over, you need to go
Right.
get it if you can
And
afford
luckily,
it. Get it.
my wife gave me she was my girlfriend at the time, gave me her blessing, so I hauled ass back over there
I
and
could.
bought it from the guy. But it didn't really help on the negotiating because he knew if I came back, I was sold.
Oh, he was like, "Yeah, it is what it
I
is."
got this guy.
Well, it's good because my wife is like, "You've got guitars. Why do you need another one?" You got to
Oh, I get it all
explain.
the time.
I got to explain. They're
Yeah,
all different. How are they different?
right.
I don't want to know why they're different. You know, that's crazy. Um, so that's an awesome guitar, and uh, you have a two snare drums. Are you using one as a tom, or do you just have two snares?
Yeah, I don't know why I like to use two snare drums, but I do. I've got two different snare drums that I will kind of rotate in and out. The one that I play the most that sits next to my hi hat is just like a wooden snare drum. I think it's like 14 by 6 maybe. But then I'll rotate out a micro snare. It was just like a 10 by 5 maybe.
Wow.
And that or a little steel snare drum. And I just like to use those as snares and as toms. So I'll just turn the snares on or off depending on what song that we're playing. For some of the more surf rock tunes, I like to use that additional snare drum. But yeah, I just really dig the multiple snare thing. I'm thinking about turning my 16-inch floor tom into a snare as well,
Yeah.
just so I can have that option. I don't
it.
know why I like that, but I just think it's kind of cool.
Man, do that.